Hey everyone, this is wait, I'm not Retro Rich. Huh. Where is Rich? Well, anyways, since I'm here, by myself, welcome to the Retro Kill 9 show. No, for real. Rich will be here in a little bit. Or will he? I think. I don't know. You'll have to stay tuned and see, because remember, tonight is the big episode. So, in the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and entertain you all. Now, those of you who are just joining us, don't worry, you didn't accidentally stumble upon the Evercade Effect. This is Bacon Ice Cream Productions. I promise. Or is it? No, for real, it is. And Rich will be here soon. I know he's got some really cool things, ideas in his mind, things planned. I believe he may have even have gotten his, limited edition EXP. Yeah, he might be opening that. Hi, Ian. Yes. Hey, Atari Creep. Oh, just hanging out, just waiting for somebody. Or are we? What if some weird magic voodoo happened and you all were transferred to the Evercade Effect? No, for real. But probably not. Hang on a second. But on a serious note, hope all of you are doing friggin' fantastic on this Friday night. I know that I am. Oh, look who we have in the house. We've got Fan and Fiction. Yeah. Oh, Christopher Westerman. Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. And then one of our other regulars here too as well. Yeah, it's good to see everybody. So super pumped. So super happy to have y'all here. Man, there's just been a lot of great things in the Evercade world happening. I know Pete got his limited edition. And I was saying earlier, for those of you who are just joining, I believe Rich has his, and I think he's going to open it tonight. Yeah. Me and myself, it's still in Chicago, still in customs, on its way. I'm always the last one to get it, unfortunately, but when I do, I can't wait to unbox it. But yeah, hope everybody has been having a great week. I know I have. Now that it's the weekend, we're really super pumped for Evercast tomorrow and all that. It's going to be fantastic. While we're waiting on, Rich here, feel free to comment in the chat below. What's on y'all's mind? What do you want to talk about? I'm up for anything appropriate and all that. Let's see what else. I'm playing some indie heroes too. If y'all saw my latest video, I was playing Cathedral until the save. Oh, which is unfortunate, but hey, it happens. I just been up to say. Here's in New York. Yeah, I know, right? It has to go through New York, Chicago through customs. I'm really hoping that if I don't get mine Saturday, it's got to be Monday, right? It's got to ship out here to Texas and all that. But yeah, I am so super pumped. See, look, if I go like this, you can you don't see the blue. But yeah, it's these new glasses. At some point I'll get the camera thing figured out. But hey, no one seems to care. Anyone else get their limited edition EXPs that have been waiting like 4 months, like I have? This doesn't exist. Hey, you know what? Okay, I'm glad that you said that. So here's the thing about the Evercade coffee mugs, and me and Pete, the EverCanadian, are in 100% alignment on this. We want so I need it to be like a big ass mug like this, right? And it's got to be a real mug. It can't be just like this kind of plastic travel thingy. I mean, listen, it's cool if you want that type of thing, but here's my whole thing. I'm gonna want it to drink mainly hot beverages. Yeah, I could use it for cold beverages, but I don't want too much ever stuff all around, all around, right? So, still holding out for the coffee mug. I don't know who you are, what you've done with Rich, but I have particular set of skills that will find you. Oh no, that's right. I've kidnapped Rich, everybody, and I'm gonna let him out when it's time. Wait, found the party. Never mind. Congrats on the 100. Thank you. He'll really appreciate that. He's just running a little bit late, putting the kids down, or whatever, and all that. So yeah, I've just been hanging out, and I texted him and asked him, hey, can I come in to say hi to everybody while waiting? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. So that's what I'm doing. You're stuck with me to entertain you. What have you been playing under deck? Oh, Addicted to Caverns of Mars. Okay. So what I've been playing on deck, that's on my list. I have really been playing Dead Cells, especially since, I mean, I love that game. I now have 45 hours invested, especially since the new Castlevania DLC totally fits that game. Totally nostalgic. The music is just super awesome. Yeah, I love Dead Cells even more. I really like roguelikes a lot. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of that. On the Steam Deck, jumping in and out of like the Tetris effects, especially since they added that update where now you can play like classic Tetris. I do need to get back into Hades and some of my other roguelikes I've been neglecting. Really? Are you sure I'm not rich? I mean, I've got a beard and glasses. I'm wearing a video game shirt. Yeah. I know, it's great. Yeah. Did you tell him and say that like Ed's been sabotaging your show? did you tell him when we started like it was at 50 views and when I came in at like it's tanked down to 2? I don't know. It's all good. It's all good fun. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. And then of course, there's some arcadey games to jump in. I still really do like the Namco Collection 1, the 2D like Pac-Man. Actually, I haven't played that in a few days. I do need to jump back in. And then I did pick up, it was on sale for $2 before the spring sale, Double Dragon 4, which I didn't even really know existed, which it has NES, Nintendo style graphics, but it's widescreen. And it reminds me a lot of Double Dragon 2, but I've been playing that, and you only get 5 continues or credits. But the nice thing is, if you do die, you can use a level select, I believe, by pressing the right analog on deck, and it works. So I do need to get back and go ahead and complete that. But yeah, I'm looking at the spring Steam sales, see what there's. But here's the thing, though. Here's my dilemma, and I guess the one bad thing about the Steam Deck, or a bad thing I should say, is that it's like the Netflix effect, right? Like there's too many games to play. Oh my god! Don't let my wife hear that. No, but there really is. There's just too many games to go ahead and play. So yeah, it's just whatever mood. I have been playing, some Coin Ops X. Like matter of fact, like on Calling All Retro Gamers, when Rich did a Demon Attack, the one credit show, which is awesome. I had that on my build, which for those of you who don't know, that is definitely an awesome run and gun game. It's I guess you could say Metal Slug clone, but it was really good. Hopefully my voice doesn't sound too off today, but I got my cough drops here. One of the reasons I've not been diving deep in Evercade games is because the possibility of save states getting corrupted. That's why I've been waiting. Yeah, hopefully I didn't scare everybody, but I did want to be honest. It's the first time, that happened. Yeah. So what's interesting is I did message and show that to Ryan, and he said that, so with that particular game with Cathedral, it does save a lot in the background, but he was saying that it's up to the developers if they want to say the game is, saving. It could be annoying, but yeah, I think he just said if you have the thing happen like at the right time, then it can be corrupted. Oh, we may have somebody here backstage who might bust in at any moment. Whenever he's ready. Oh my god!
Well, hello there.
Yeah,
what's going on?
I was just like telling people that when we started, there was like 100 views, and like I've like tanked you down to like one person. But yeah. No, just been trying to like entertain everybody. Just been asking questions, talking about Evercades and saying hi to everybody. And people are like, "Hey, I've noticed you're not rich." Oh, before I forget, Pete did drop by backstage beforehand.
Oh, nice.
And he said he was literally here just for like a minute because like he was waiting on like for the it was dinner time, like for the pizza to arrive. He's like, "Sorry, gotta go." I'm like, "Okay,
no worries.
I'll tell Rich that you showed."
Maybe he'll be back after the dinner. This one is this whole episode was a kind of like thrown together thing because lots of things in the background kind of like stars aligned, and I was like, you know what? Boom, we got to do this. We got to do this because there's all sorts of crazy stuff happening. But first, 100% thanks, my friend, for coming in here and kicking off the show, because that's awesome. It is, of course, episode 300 of Good Times with Retro Rich. What's going on? And you know what? It's time to go ahead and start saying hi to people in the chat. I'm sure you've already done so, but I want to say hi. Are you muted, Ed? I can't hear you. Like, well, he takes a look into that.
There we go. Accidentally clicked on mute. I was saying, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, I already did, but I'm sure people won't mind. Go ahead and
yeah. Of course, we got to say hi.
Personal rich touch.
Yeah, we got to say hi to Ian Hobbies. What's going on? What's going on, Chris? It's there. You're in. You actually beat me to my own show, which is good. I was actually Facebook messaging with the Atari Creep. So I'm gonna try to pull him in and say hi, but he's working on some cool stuff in the background, and nice. Is here, just kind of here to pepper us with some chat, which is awesome. We got Fan and Fiction. Welcome. Good Times Club member, Fan and Fiction. What's going on? We got Good Times Club member Chris Westerman in the house. What's going on? Super Mega Graphics 64 Psy. What is up? Thank you for the congrats, everyone, as well. It's awesome to be there. It's awesome to like have met this milestone. The next little mini milestone is 365, because then I could quite literally tell people, if you've never watched Good Times with Retro Rich, you could literally watch an episode from 1 to 365 and have one a day for the entire year, which would be kind of cool. Be ready. What's going on? Yeah, I just noted you're not rich. That's funny. Yeah. Boulder Dash 64. What's going on? Tales from the Jungle Line Waste. You're here too. What's going on, man? Yes. Happy St. Patty's Day. Yes, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Right. It is good stuff. Very cool. Yeah, no, yes, we are 100% safe here at the Bacon Ice Cream Production Studio. It was just, there was wild times in Kidland. Of course, the adventures of being a parent are always there for you. And so one today was like some crazy news dropped that we're gonna get into. We're gonna have a mini news line. We're gonna talk about some news that dropped that I was like, wow, I can't believe that just happened. And then something else happened, which is the arrival of not one but two packages we're going to do a live unboxing for. And then after that, I was like, ooh, I think it's time. I think it's the signs. The signs are coming in. We have to do this today, because I'm really super excited and super pumped about all this stuff. And then I was like, well, there's one thing that we need to do. And of course, you need to clear with the rest of the household. Be like, hey, is it okay if I'm a face on the internet tonight? And I sent that text message, and it was like, thumbs, go ahead, you're good. And I'm like, sweet, it's happening. So then, of course, I do all that, and then fate comes in, and like the second I got the approval and was like starting to invite everybody in, I get a message from our daycare. It's like, Henry's tugging on his ear and he's not too happy, and I'm like, oh no. And then what happened was, we had to make a trip to the urgent care, to the pediatric urgent care, got a little ear infection. So then we had to like shift around things for dinner plans. Did the dinner, had to go to the thing, get the antibiotics, do all that kind of stuff, and then we're good. We're good there. So
I'm glad in the end it was nothing too serious. Although ear infections are no joke. I remember having one when I was like 11 or 12, and it's like,
yeah, he was quite upset. I mean, and that too, like there is no other there's no other like way of communicating other than just like screeching at you and then like snuggling, but we got the antibiotics in.
That's good.
It almost immediately took a positive effect, and then he started bouncing around the room, which is the problem. It's like, we're trying to get you to sleep, and he's like, hey, what's up? So anyway, well, thank you, Boulder Dash 64, for being here on a live episode. I don't do too many, but that may change very soon. Some other things that'll happen here on Good Times with Retro Rich, episode 300. There's all sorts of crazy stuff that's going to be happening. So, and thank you, Tales from the Judland. It's I hope so too. It's usually he's had 3 of these since he's been born, and it's like day 1's kind of a wreck, day 2 is a little bit better, and then by the end of Sunday he's gonna be good. So, hello, Valerio Toronto. Thank you, and XP being 3 days away. Awesome, very cool, very cool. I see. I think Ed, yours is
still in Chicago. Still in Chicago. I was telling everyone that it's still in customs as of the 16th. I bet I'll get it on Monday.
I mean, I bet you will. I bet you will too.
Yeah.
But
you got yours.
I got a box. And in it is indeed the Evercade EXP limited edition.
I don't know. It says kite on the bottom. You sure it's not a kite?
Nah. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what it is. Did Funstock trip me up and not actually get me my Evercade EXP? So we're gonna go ahead and open this box right now.
Open that sucker up.
Do a live unboxing and impressions of the Evercade EXP limited edition. That is a big box.
Oh, nice. Get another congrats. Yeah.
No, thank you. You could be ready. Let's see. Brian F says his is still leaving. Show's leaving the UK. Valerio's is 30 minutes away, but I have to wait for the delivery. Might as well go pick it up myself. Funny.
It depends on the location. It's like,
oh, wow.
with you and Crow being in the the Chicago and New Jersey area, it's going to go through there in New York, so you all are going to get it. Ooh.
There it is, guys. There it is. Look at that. That's pretty cool. You got the front. Look at that. I couldn't get that Capcom logo big enough.
Dude, that's awesome.
Look, there's Capcom in here. Nothing on the bottom except for some stuff there.
No, I wanted to do that. How do I?
I think you got to do one of these. Here, let me.
Here.
There we go.
Okay. There we go.
That. And then there is. So this actually reminds me of, oh man, what the heck was the back of the box of one other console that had these, like, was it the NES that had this?
Yes, yeah. Or it was one of them. Yeah, it was
either that or the Sega or something like that, right? How much was that? That was man, how much was it? Was 200? I think it was 200.
I can tell you in pounds on the shop app for sure.
And look at that. Look at all those logos.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. That's really neat.
It was.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice. So it was 100.
They got a little trolley in here too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, with the question marks. Ooh, that's gonna be new, right?
That's cool. That's very cool.
That wasn't so 179.99 pounds. So like 180 pounds.
So we're gonna get into this.
I want to see the conversion. I think it might have been around like 230 or 240. I don't know. I know it's a little more.
All right.
I love unboxing. Oh, Genesis had that too.
Oh yeah. Yep. I knew one of them.
300th episode. Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, I kind of felt it. Like, if it was happening, I needed to do episode 300, and I'm like, you know what? Like, it's here, so like, let's just do it. I was gonna do an unboxing anyway, but it's like, let's just do it live, because then you can see like literally the excitement of just me opening this thing and figuring it out.
Because we're about to find out if it's worth it, Ian. No,
yeah, that's true.
He got his a long time ago in the first batch.
You know what? There's an official Evercade seal of quality.
Ooh,
that's a new feature.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
Evercade boxes.
Do you have your normal one like nearby?
And there's the Peggy logo.
Do you have your
Pro?
Do you have the white one nearby?
I do. It's just in the other room. I can go grab it real quick.
Okay. Well, or the box, but I mean, we can do that later. If you wanted to compare differences. But yeah, let's go ahead and open it. I'm
yeah. My the EXP box is right up there.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, it's way thinner than this like a monstrous thing here. We got Evercade EXP limited edition on there.
Yeah, Crow doesn't like those Peggy ratings.
Yeah, your information there, and then you've got your retro gaming bar leveling up. And then
Now, I will say Blaze knows how to do boxes like so
this
well.
is cool. The packaging is neat. It is neat. So, oh, it says leveled up right there. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Retro gaming leveled up. All right, that's neat. And then there we go. We got a quick start guide, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it is pretty packaging. Is pretty legit. Oh, thanks, Graphic God Jay. What's up, fellow Gamers United Guild brethren?
Seeing the Peggy label is such a wonderful moment. Yeah. Packaging legit.
And then right as soon as you get the quick start guide right there, and then you've got your Tate.
Nice.
For best in Tate mode games.
I wonder if it's going to say ready to play again on the inside.
It doesn't say anything in here. The inner flap is surprisingly empty.
They did away with the old slogan.
Yeah. So, and then of course, right away is just bam.
Oh,
there it is.
Dude.
There it is. It looks sweet, man. It looks sweet. And then right on the back, there's your Peggy again. It's coming for you. Peggy
it has
12.
like a texture. It has a texture to it, doesn't it? Just like the white one.
Just like the white one. Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool. Very cool. And then you've got your recessed HDMI, your power button, your L1 R2, or L1 L2 and R1 R2. You got your lights there, your USB speakers, all that fun stuff as normal. How's the quality of the plastics and the D-pad? I will say there is a difference. There is a little bit of a difference in the D-pad. Sai, I would say this D-pad, if you were to imagine in your mind's eye the D-pad of the 6-button Genesis controller, it is very close.
Like my favorite, most comfortable retro.
It is very close to that. Now, the difference is, if you look at the D-pad itself, it is actually flatter. It's actually flatter than the D-pad on the Genesis. But I like that because you don't have those recesses digging into your thumb when you're pressing it.
Dude, I love that because like on the Steam Deck, it's like shiny and it's flat like that. So I bet.
And then side, does it pivot in the middle of the D-pad at all? It does. There is like a little bit of a rock motion, just like on the original OG. If you ever had the OG handheld, it has the similar rock motion. You can actually kind of see like it rolling.
Nice. He will test. He'll test.
Oh yeah, yes. We will do that. We will 100% do that, Phantom. I want to say that they changed. Even the face buttons feel a little different on this one than they do on the other EXP.
Okay, so here's going to be the question, because kind of like when we had the purple, does it just feel, So it seems like it's not just a 1.0 revision, but the question is it like a 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, or 1.5? I don't think quite a 2.0, but I wonder.
I've got to go get the white one now.
Yeah,
because because when I felt these R1 R2s, they're nice and clicky and they're responsive. You can like press just a little bit and feel that resistance. And then the rockers on the L1, the R2, the L2 R2 are also feel.
I love it.
Like really nice. Where are the speaker side? They are they're actually on the bottom here. On either side of the USB, right there. These are great questions, Si. That's awesome. So there they are. You know what? Let me go grab the white. I'll be right back. All right.
We shall be back. And while we're waiting on that, y'all can enjoy this. Yep. For those of you who don't know, the Rich's episode, The Old Man and the Sequest, which this is like my favorite intro that he did, and actually, I think this clip was still here from the last milestone episode. So it's only fitting that we go ahead and we play this now. And I think I didn't have the audio wasn't involved, just so we could go ahead and talk about it. He's back. Yeah. I just just to entertain everybody, figured I'd play that. And I said how fitting it was because it was there since like the last milestone episode.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
awesome.
oh, that's still there.
Pete's back. Pete's back in the chat.
Woohoo!
So yeah. So Pete, do you feel a difference in your L2 R2 R1 L1? Okay, cool. Yeah.
He'll be here in 10 minutes, so he can tell us directly.
Because I decidedly feel a difference. These are squishier on this version than they are on this version. They feel pretty similar now that I've got them right away, but these decidedly feel more clicky. Maybe
I
even
like
more
that.
responsive. That's cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I will probably change daily drivers to the limited over the white. But it's also like I've been playing this now for 3-4 months, so maybe I noticed the clickiness, and just by using it, they get less clicky over time. One of those things.
Could be.
Oh, hey Lance, thanks, man. Thanks for being here and joining in on the fun here. So anyway, let's do the direct comparison. So we've got your Evercade EXPs right next to each other.
You know what? I will say that I like off the bat, and my opinion might be a little bit skewed because of the Steam Deck, but I like how the black one looks with the bezel better because and it reminds me a lot of the Steam. Actually, it reminds me like of a mini Steam Deck kind of. It really does, I love the way that looks.
All right, so let's get a. Well, Xenocrisis Tanglewood was new.
Axle1324 Gaming says hi.
Oh, hey. What's up, Axel? What's going on? I hope everything is still all well. And
he's alive.
Yes. Yeah. Man, that was a crazy episode. For those of you that do not know of other Gamers United brethren, Axel's got a great channel, does a lot of really awesome does a lot of really awesome podcast things on the Iconic Video Games podcast. You can find that on his channel. And it just so happened that the very first time I was ever on his show, it was the only time I was on his show so far, something really real life happened on that podcast. And I'm glad that everything wound up being okay. Oh, wow. You can already feel it. So we're doing
bigger. That's just the bezel, right?
No, it's the same screen size as the other EXP, and it's also the same screen size, I believe, as the original OG handhelds, because you can see the screen and the bezel. Now that the light's on it, you can see. Okay,
nice.
You can see that a little better. But now we're going into this zone here, and I know Pete has done that on his unboxing, but it's right in there. You can feel it. You can feel it immediately that it's fine. And then, so this is Technos Collection 1.
And then it just goes in the perfect.
Boom. And then comes right out. Put it in. Done. Good to go. Looking nice.
I wonder too if the stock firmware on that, if it's a newer one, if it has the Evercade Heroes.
Ooh, I don't know. We can find that out.
Yeah.
But let's go for it. Let's go for it.
I'm thinking maybe.
I know. There's got to have some charge from the factory, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I couldn't find action react.
Yeah. Siri is just all about trying to talk to me.
Yeah. Then we got to look at the other stuff. So I mean, it comes with the Capcom booklet and posters and whatever.
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, Sai.
Yes.
Yes. The answer is yes. Yeah, Namco works beautifully. Oh, now we got to go through the steps. 3/4 battery right off the bat. So I'm okay with that. English. It goes, please connect me to Wi-Fi. Of course. Interesting. as it has not found my Wi-Fi. Can it find my Wi-Fi?
Better.
That is interesting. I've never really seen these networks before. So let's go back. Do another refresh. There we go. It only likes the 2.4 gigahertz networks, just like the OG hand. Well, the OG handle didn't have Wi-Fi, but the VS does the same thing.
I think they did that because since there's not going to be a digital store or anything, it's just firmware, and they wanted to go with the most compatible and the cheaper. Which makes sense.
Yep. All right. So then I got to put in my super secret password.
Is it possible to do two players? Not yet that we, not yet that we know of, but who knows? Maybe, maybe they'll let you play. Maybe you can like do an ad hoc thing and connect wireless, or maybe for the fun of it, they'll have like you could like do a USB-C to USB-C cable. No, I don't know. I think not yet, but may.
Yeah, I mean, there's a USB-C right there, so does it matter which handheld model is more powerful? I mean, in some way, yes. I mean, there is a difference between the OG handheld and the EXP for certain. It does have that better processor, but it is now in parity. The EXP and the Evercade VS have the exact same processor now, so any features that they want to bring to both systems, they don't have to have any hardware limitations for like between the two systems, like there was on the OG handheld versus the VS.
It'll play everything.
Power matter for these cards? I don't think so.
No, the only thing I think they said, like in the release notes of the OG handheld, is they said something like they may release games that may not run as well on it because it may not be powerful enough. But yeah, you're 100% right. Though the VS and the EXP will be able to play anything that comes out for them, so you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to worry. Oh, what else did you get in the box?
Oh yeah, we got to go through the box.
Get some goodies.
I just wanted to jumping right in.
Oh, of course.
But so yeah, we got it's checking the.
I mean, it's your 300th episode. Do whatever you want. Keep us in suspense. Torture us.
We gotta escape the land of Eula.
Oh wow.
There is that Eula.
You know what? Even with the glare from the camera, that screen is looking really nice. Oh, everything looks smoother on that too.
Yeah, it really it feels great. It feels great.
You know what? They did say that they retooled. They did some retooling and some modifications. So
update check. I mean, we can do an update check, but I doubt there's going to be one. Yeah, it's firmware 3.0.3-22E3E979, whatever, just random characters.
The latest official.
I mean, it might be a special one, actually.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, that's what I'm like. Check it on yours. That's what I'm curious.
Yeah, actually, so I'm going to turn on my other EXP now. I mean, I definitely don't think it's 3.0 anything.
Yeah,
I think it's 3.01. Period.
Ah.
So we'll see, because we're firing up this bad boy here.
Yep, you're 100% right. Atari Creep.
Yeah, I mean, if you're rocking the OG and you love everything you have, there's no reason to upgrade. ... until they finally put out a cart that won't work.
That they can't fix.
With the OG that they can't somehow put in an update for or whatever. That's when you'd have the thing there. Just
make sure that you update to 3.0 because they did a lot of fixes and changes to the 2600 cart. So now you can actually adjust the difficulties and the levels and all that good stuff.
Well, what do you know? This Evercade has the exact same. It has the same firmware.
Okay.
There are no differences between the firmwares.
Oh.
I
think we may have something in the background.
We might have another one.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's see who we got. There he is.
Yay!
What's up, Pete? What's up, Pete?
Not much. It's a little late or early for the Evercast, right?
Yeah.
I said pop in, say congrats on 300 videos.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
I hit 300. I'm at 309.
That's
Nice.
wild, man. Like, and that's your, like a brand new channel for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So.
Yeah, I just, I'm all filler, no killer.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Well, thanks for hanging out, man, and joining us. Yeah, we're
got a few minutes.
We're in here hanging out.
Yeah, you asked about the shoulder buttons.
Yeah, man.
They kind of feel the same to me.
Like I feel like they're more clicky.
Really? I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
The other ones like squeeze in a little more. Like I said, though, I've been rocking this thing now for 4 months, and the kids have gotten it. So, like, you never know.
I think
never know.
The shoulder buttons are the ones that are a little clickier, but I don't know. I think it's the same, but
Yeah.
But yeah, it's because you've got your other one worked in. Hey, did you put your screen protector on?
Not yet.
Man,
I was about to show this thing. You know what? I watched your video when you did your unboxing, and
I cut 20 minutes of me trying to put the screen protector on.
Well, like I looked at here's the screen protector that they send you.
Yeah,
You
you get
it's
two
in
in
this
there.
like hard case. Like that's pretty cool.
And you get two protectors in there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's neat. I like it. Yeah, I'll definitely play around with this over the weekend. I'm not gonna throw it on right now.
The black is so much slicker than the white, man.
Oh, the way it looks.
It's just a slicker device.
Yeah.
The only thing is, if somebody's looking at your carts in it, the carts are really white, right?
Yeah, that's right. It absolutely I mean it's very apparent, obviously, but like here I got Mega Cat in here now.
Geeks with
What's going on, Nick? What's up? So there it is with the cart in. You can see that right away.
Hey,
they need to do an anniversary collection of black carts. That would be cool. Colored.
Oh, that
carts.
would be cool. Yeah. You know what they could do is like if they get the licenses again or whatever, do if they ever do a rerun of the legacy carts, those should be black.
A Neo Geo collection should be black.
Oh, Neo Geo, yeah, that's for sure.
Okay, real quick since.
Oh yes, Nick.
Here,
He's
swap.
got the homework first.
I didn't mean to. How do we?
That was a cool vid. I actually watched that vid.
Here, how do we? How come I
There
don't
you
know
go.
how to do this yet? You'll have to show me. trade places with me real quick.
Oh sure, yeah. There we go. We'll just.
Since Nick is here. So for those of you who don't know, so like Nick made a video. As soon as I saw the title, that said homework first, because I never knew anybody who ever had one of these. I have no idea where my parents got this. I don't have my original Nintendo or most other stuff, but I've got this. And he made a video and did like the history on it, and I kind of wondered like how it worked. And good to know that this Good to know that this button absolutely does nothing. But yeah, check out his video. It's fantastic.
It is really cool.
And you can see that like I still have it here sealed. Like my parents never took it out. They would just taunt me with it, like show me your screen time, or we'll put that. So yeah,
Yes.
and it's beat up, but it's still here. But yeah, that was just so cool to see that under oddities.
Yeah, plug for GeekStorian. The GeekStorian channel. Look that up on YouTube. Those videos are awesome. I watched that one. I watched the fighting game history one. Just the over the past like 2 or 3 days, I've been watching all sorts of them. They're very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, link it, and hopefully it won't.
Yeah, link it in.
It won't block it.
If it blocks it, Nick, just let me know and I'll throw it in the chat. Ballistic Coffee Boys in the house. What's going on? Congrats on hitting 300. Yeah, that's that. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Okay, go ahead
Thank
and
you
trade
guys
places
for
back
being
with me.
such an awesome community.
Did
Gonna
you
push
see
me to
the
get
Coffee
there.
Boys video that Atari bought up 12 retro licenses? So they got Berserk and the
Yeah. Well,
Berserk's one of my favorite.
they're on fire because not only did they get Berserk, right? Not only did they get Berserk, but they went ahead today on Atari VCS and dropped that bad boy on the store.
The 2600 version.
The 2600 versions on the Atari VCS store today. They announced the acquisition yesterday, and they're just like, boom! Now you got the 2600 version right on the store, and I'm like, heck yeah, man!
Or go ahead and swap me back. People don't want to see me.
Oh, sure, yeah.
They want to see me opening stuff.
So yeah, $2.99, man, $2.99. I am in there. I'm in there. I was actually going to do that live too, but there was something else that's on here. I mean, it actually might not happen, but we'll figure it out. So then, getting back to the unboxing, there it is, limited hero edition certificate of authenticity. Look at all those Blaze Team official signatures. That's kind of cool. It's
Rich,
neat.
did they drop the 2600 version?
Yeah, right on the store, man.
Oh, isn't it on one of the collections though? Oh no, they didn't have the rights to it.
Because it's right. They did not have the rights to it. And it's like, I can't believe that just happened. It's so crazy.
How much they selling it for? $3?
Yeah, $2.99. Yep. It's an insta buy. Like it's just, and now they have it digitally. Play on the BCS. Let's go.
Games.
Heck yeah. Oh, we are also now being invaded by yet another Gamers United Guild member. In fact, Gamers United Guild founder, Mike Massa, NLG. What's going on? What's going on with Mike?
Mike Mullis? Me and him are not allowed to be on the same podcast together anymore.
Why not?
Chaos would happen.
Yeah, there's this new, there's apparently this new unwritten rule about this. Pete and I cannot be.
I'm too busy kicking butt in Mulan, and poor Mike is like only level 17. Right. I'm like level 50.
Right, and we can't co-op in it because it's not cross-platform.
Yeah, I'm on Steam Deck. Steam Deck. I'm just selling all my consoles. I'm just forever being Steam Deck Evercade.
That's where I am.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
now you'll be the Steam Deck Canadian.
Yeah, well, see, EverCanadian, everybody thinks it's Evercade, but I'm just forever Canadian. Like, I'm not going to change my background. So,
the Canadian.
Ever the Canadian, yes.
That Pete, he's ever the Canadian.
I'm a hoser.
Yes.
Hoser was taken. Ever hoser was taken.
Was it really?
Well, I wanted to pop on and say congratulations, Rich, on your 300th show. That is
thanks, brother.
An amazing accomplishment. There are very few folks out there that consistently can get to that mark. So I really wanted to congratulate you, and of course, the things that you do and the content that you put out, you and Pete, of course. You guys are what, the Gamers United Guild really is all about. It's celebrating games, whether it's Steam Deck, whether it's Master System, whether it's whatever. It's the celebration of games and positivity and community. And you guys, exemplify that. Rich, I've been a fan of yours since day one. From the first video I saw of you guys, you and your partner together, and then you doing the fun for fives. You've taught me how to point.
Nice.
So, now it's a great accomplishment, and you deserve all the continued success and growth that we're that we see from your channel, man. It's fantastic.
Well, thanks, brother. Thanks for dropping by. It's really awesome. It's definitely, thank you so much, again, for for being there and being such an awesome friend. Yeah.
Yeah, you sound like you're trapped in the moment.
So I thought that I would be home sooner than I was. I'm still a bit mobile, so.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it sounded like you're on the phone.
Yeah, I'm actually here. I'm in my car.
Yes.
I am
Mobile mic.
Mobile mic. But I did tell you I was going to try to stop in and say hi and let you know how great I think you are, and here I am.
That's awesome. Well, thanks, brother. Thanks. It's awesome. It's awesome to see it. I mean, that's really what Good Times Live episodes are all about. Literally bringing all of the friends in, and and hanging out and having a good time, just talking games and stuff. So every time I hit that century mark, I'm like, I can't wait, because you never know who's going to show up. You never know who's going to be hanging out. we're talking about all sorts of crazy things, and it's just like, we just go. It's like it's like NLG only with much more chaos. So, no, he's back. So, but yeah, no, it's
driving or a passenger.
So I'm parked at the moment. I wasn't going to. I mean, I could podcast and drive. I don't have to.
No, it's good to be safe.
I'm a man of talent, man.
Wait until the flashing lights get you.
Yes.
Yes. Some of my greatest numbers could be when I hit that pole.
Nice.
Oh, no.
Nice. So
now I'm gonna it's been a long day, so we're gonna pull in and.
Well, you were playing Mulan way too long last night, and you really need to get better at it, there, Mike. I'm gonna troll you a little bit there now.
Apparently, I do. Although I did get past that pain in the rear end boss from yesterday.
Yeah.
I got some bad advice from Axle1324. I'm just throwing that out there.
Do the side quests, Mike. Do the side quests. They help a lot.
I wanted to do that, and Axel said, no, just do the main battlefield. I'm like, but this sub-battlefield says level 10, and the main says level 11. He goes, nah, you'll be fine.
No, because it's your morale rank, too, right? But you know what, Mike? The reason I'm good at it now is because I did spend 10 hours trying to beat the first boss. And so now everything else is just, what? This is so easy.
Nice.
So,
oh, man.
Well, I have a love-hate relationship with that game.
Well, I'm a huge Elden Ring fan, so this is kind of outside of the first boss. I'm not only one boss in Elden Ring challenged me to the point where I was going to quit was Melania, but you don't need to beat her to finish the game. But you should beat it. But this first boss of Mulan, man, was so frustrating. And playing on Steam Deck with not really good performance. I think I had some lag.
Oh,
Yeah, the lag is not great on it because I even hooked up to my TV and put a Bluetooth controller on it. It's even worse. So I got to play it in handheld. Otherwise, I can't even the big red attacks. I can't even avoid that.
See, I immediately turned on. Oh, there he is. It's like he heard me.
Awesome.
It's like he heard me. I'm just saying, I might have gotten some bad advice from that man. I'm just saying. He kept, like last night, he kept saying, "Oh, you just hang back and let your NPCs fight the battle for you."
They're useless unless you level them up. They're absolutely
Exactly.
You need to give them the cups. Do you give your NPCs the cups? The cups of calamity?
No, I don't. I don't know these.
You need to give them that. It levels up their stats. Oh my God, Mike! For such a hardcore gamer, you're a big noob.
Hold on.
It's pretty bad when Pete is giving you advice on AAA.
Hang on. You know what? I got to go sideways to this. Ninja Gaiden at least gave you some starter hints on what it is you needed to do.
Yeah.
Wulong just throws you in and says,
"Yeah, they give you no help at all." But Mike, you probably got 10 cups of calamity in your inventory. Give at the bonfires, at the flags. Give them to your NPC. It levels all their stats up. Yeah.
Goodness.
Oh my God, Axel! I feel your pain, Axel. I feel your pain.
Oh, come on, Axel didn't even tell me that. Something you could have brought
It's so
to my
sad.
attention yesterday.
Pete is giving you AAA advice. What has the world come to? I barely play AAA games for more than 20 minutes.
Goodness.
That's it. Axel's out of the guild.
Oh man, thanks again, Cyrus. Thanks for being here, man.
Super Mega Graphics 64. Is that Cyrus?
Yeah.
Cyrus.
Hey, Cyrus. How you doing, buddy?
I'm not in a well.
His channel's awesome. His new channel, I like it. I knew that was Cyrus. I'm like, Super Mega Graphics 64. That reminds me of, because Cyrus got that voice that when you start listening to him,
he definitely does have that radio voice.
Yeah, he has a radio voice.
It's legit.
He does.
It is legit.
He's got a great podcasting voice. He really does.
Yeah.
It's good. He's got a voice built for that type of stuff.
Heck yeah, man. It's good times. So.
I love how you're secretly trying to say that, you know, he keeps the camera off. Nice, Pete. Nice, Pete.
What are you saying? I can't hear you. Your mic is so bad. For like the pro podcaster, the pro gamer, it's like, Mike, man, you're failing hard these last 2 nights, dude.
Man,
Look at that. Look, you're gonna get the flashing lights.
The Pete shade is on fire.
My Texas twang.
No, that's
I did work in Texas for like almost 2 years.
that is true.
Yeah,
That is true.
in Laredo, Texas.
Mm.
Not really cartel country, man.
Oh man.
Well, I've been here in Texas for like 20 plus years and I haven't got.
Yeah, but you're north central Texas, right? You're up north, right?
Hold on. I look like 60 Space Up from Carrie.
I was like, wait, what? The person behind you is just like leaning on.
It looks like cop lights.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. Hey,
Now they're flashing.
What is happening?
that's because I just flipped their car over with my mind.
No.
We just
Come on,
jumped.
Lloyd. Oh man.
All right, I'm gonna switch to listening mode and
Yeah, don't you have a gig?
tomorrow night.
Okay. Nice, man.
So
Nice.
That's how I know everything going on in Mike's musical life. I watch his streams and I know if he got a gig or he's got a
Wait,
scout.
you stream your gigs?
no.
Oh,
Like
I was about to
keyboard,
say,
right?
if you stream your
That would
gigs, you gotta send me a link.
That would be
Pete's
the
twang, it's
ultimate.
mega Canadian.
That would be that would get copyright struck in like 2 seconds.
Dude, that's a cool name for a channel. Mega Canadian.
Nothing but cover music. Like the first song would be, we'd start playing Africa. It'd be dun dun dun. This stream has been shut down.
Oh man, I love Toto. That's an awesome song.
I do too.
That's
nice.
awesome.
That's
All the kids are out there. Wait, no kids are watching this show. It's all 40 plus.
right. It's all right.
Yeah.
Ed is the youngest guy on this channel.
Yeah.
What's Ed? 29, right? Right, Ed?
Sure.
It's like sure.
I'll take
No
it.
comment.
I'll take it.
Nice.
By
That's
the way,
awesome.
Kilman, the impressiveness of the Ninja Gaiden shirt and the PlayStation mug.
He has a pitfall
man.
shirt too. that
Yeah,
I
man.
want.
Yep, and then the PlayStation mug. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All that. I saw that.
Ed actually cares about his presentation behind him.
Yeah.
I try. Thank you. I try, y'all.
Yeah, mine grows on either side of me now. It's as much of the things that I can put in there without making my wife even more angry that I've
Mine literally has not changed from when I took this picture.
I
Man,
know.
It's true.
It's
mine is
literally,
a solid-
it's still the
solid
exact
blue
same
all
thing.
with it.
Except the pillow's not there anymore. The kid's got
Yes,
the pillow.
but every time I watch NLG though, like I just keep watching in the background. I'm like, there's Nathan Drake. That's like, I like that guy. I like that guy.
Mike, did
hanging
you
in there.
sort out your Skype issues from the other night?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was looking at it, people were dropping, and I'm like, what's going on?
It can't be an NLG show without technical difficulties.
That's very
That
true.
is true.
They follow you, unfortunately, everywhere. So
glad everyone loves us.
Axel, the Iconic Video Games podcast with Axel, another former Gamers United Guild member after turning me wrong in Wulong.
come on.
I'm voting off the island. I got his back. I'll keep him.
That's it.
They did.
I am the worst member. I barely I'm so behind in chat. But I just wait for Mike to tell me what's going on, and then I'm like, all right, okay. You make the decisions, Mike.
Axel and company did Video Game Ninjas tonight. That's good. So check that show out.
Oh, Roger.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah. I mean, and speaking of Ninja Gaiden, I was actually just watching I was just watching the Summoning Salt that he did. Like, it was like, that's not 2 or 3 years ago, whatever. He did that episode on the speed run progression.
On what version? On the Xbox? Original Xbox?
No, the NES, the NES Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
Oh, the NES.
Yeah, he was telling the story about Arcus and everything else. And by the time he got to Arcus, he showed him. I don't know if you guys know who Arcus is as far as speedrun community is. I mean, you see like Legendary, but he showed him with like his just like clean shaven look, and then he starts like growing the mustache, and then all of a sudden you start seeing him with the cowboy hat and the giant mug. It's like, oh man, it's awesome. He just like turns into this speed running demon character. And it's like, it's so bad, it's so awesome. And then
you can't speed run the Xbox version.
No, it's one of the hardest games on the Xbox.
it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
Right up
Oh
there
my-
with Wulong.
Yeah.
No, Wulong's,
Oh my goodness.
I gotta say, there's no boss in Elden Ring is tough. Even Melania is tougher in Elden Ring than that stupid first boss, man. I hate that first boss. I
Roger,
almost refunded.
one, thank you. And two, what are you doing awake, man?
Yeah, Roger.
Yeah.
It's 2:30 in the morning over in the UK. He was watching the Mandalorian in marathon. He decides to come over and stop by and say hi. Thanks, man.
Is season 3 out yet?
Yeah, I think it started. Was it last week or something? The week before?
Oh man, I'm so behind.
I'm way behind. I watched the first season and I was like, oh, cool. And then I forgot to like watch the first 2 episodes of season 2 and I stopped. I don't know why.
I just found out they made Last of Us. I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't play the game.
You just found out about Last of Us.
Everybody after this, you need to watch it. They just finished the whole season. It's friggin' fantastic. It's like my favorite like post-apocalyptic thing ever.
I haven't played the game. I refused to. I played the game until the first part, and it hit me so hard I refused to play the rest of the game.
You don't need. Yeah, I've never played the game. It's
no. But I heard the game is really good, and I heard the TV show is really good. And the TV show is filmed in Canada, just props to Canada, filmed in Calgary, Alberta.
Awesome. Well, that's cool. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I want to get in. I want to get in there and watch that. And I just found out that we still have HBO Max because we have AT&T phone, so they just give you HBO Max for free.
I love HBO.
So I gotta check that out now. And it's all done. The first season's all done now.
Yeah.
So I gotta watch it because I've heard a lot of like even late reviews, like after all the hype and stuff like that, people are still talking about this thing. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna give it a whirl and see what's going on. I mean, I enjoyed the first game. I love the first game. So it's a good time. It's a good time. Hey, Muzzkind, what's up? Thanks, man.
Another guy up late at night.
Yeah.
It's already tomorrow in Japan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
All right, I am going to take off, gentlemen.
Mike, you gonna play some Wulong after?
No, I'm probably not. Not tonight.
Yeah, he said that. He's just not gonna stream it.
I'd like to relax tonight.
Nice.
But Rich, congratulations again.
Thanks, brother.
Ed, good to see you.
Thanks for being here.
Likewise.
Absolutely. Pete, always a
Yo.
pleasure, good sir.
Hey, Mike, the only reason I have it on Steam Deck, I had no idea that it was on Xbox for free.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm not telling that to my wife.
Yeah, don't tell her.
No, she'll get so mad at me.
Wow. Tell me you don't watch the NLG show without watch the NLG show.
You know what? All the drama you guys have been talking about with Microsoft and Sony's got me so
we
tired.
tried not to.
Got me
We
so-
tried not to on Tuesday.
See that
We
tweet
were
I
having
sent
a
you
great
where I trolled you?
conversation. Huh?
When I trolled you with Sony being it was Sony's fault. Remember that tweet?
Yeah,
When
I
you
saw
told me
that.
to do? I said, yeah, blame Sony.
I saw that. So, but I gotta say, Nick with the Sarah McLachlan thing, that was so perfect.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Another Canadian, by the way. Just saying. Just saying.
All
Just saying.
right, guys. Have a good night. I'm gonna keep listening.
All right. Thanks,
brother.
thanks, brother. Thanks for coming in.
You.
See you guys.
Yeah,
All right, see ya.
drive safe. Don't get arrested.
Ooh.
Oh, what is that, Roger?
Ooh,
I'm dropping hot
geez.
knowledge. Can't reveal what the game of the month is, but it's amazing.
Are they going to get it revealed on your podcast? Aren't they doing their new podcast soon?
Yeah.
I saw that
Or it
little
was.
opening. This
I
pretty.
thought it was
slick.
Thursday. Was it Thursday and I missed it, or is it next
thought it
Thursday?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw it on Facebook. There was like a little bumper that looked
Yeah.
really sick.
Yep. So yeah, that'd be, man. I can't wait. I mean, it's only going to be like 2 weeks or something like that, right? It's April, right?
Yeah.
in the
I
beginning.
think didn't Ryan
April
say when he
came
was on the first game, he said it was going to blow our minds.
Yeah, he really
Yeah.
did. He hyped it up.
Towerfall?
He overhyped it.
Yeah, he did.
Towerfall?
Towerfall.
Mm.
Oh, geez. That would.
Well, we're going to
that
have
would
to
be
get a
hype.
new update, though. We're going to get a firmware update before that, right? Because the XP is
Yeah.
the only one without the update.
Yeah.
That's right. So I mean, and I would imagine release is imminent, right? You know, they did the OG, We just got the VS update.
Yeah.
You know, EXP right around the corner.
I heard
But-
they said they were waiting until I got mine.
No one. Hey, wait. Roger's British, so it's probably like another what do you call it game?
What's up? What, a
The
racing
little
game?
egg dude. The little egg.
Oh, like a Dizzy game? Actually, I would take one of those.
No, I got
But it's indie heroes though. It's indie.
another worm.
So like it would have to be like independent Dizzy.
Another worms. All right.
Another
back.
worms
Right
just
back.
repeat.
I'll be right back.
All right, cool. So in the meantime, we go back to the box
Oh,
and get these guys in here. That's pretty cool. Let me throw myself
Nice.
back in the old spotlight mode there. Got Truxton, Tiger Healy, R-Type, and In the Hunt. Very cool. Very cool stuff.
What's on the reverse side of those?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So,
Okay, so they're not.
Feel
posters.
free, right, to put him back in, like put him in that shrine. So, all right, and then you've got the thing that they did with a lot of these. They put in the cartridge in the little sleeve thing, so you can just pull it right out of the box. There's IREM that's going to remain sealed for other things that will happen live on this channel.
Ooh.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, because I already have my IREM over here. Then there is a R-Type poster that I'm gonna have to put in something, and that might have to go up in the office. Karsten's not here, but he was the first one to notice what was behind me in my office videos when I do news lines from my office.
Oh.
He got it. He got
Pay
it. And
attention
yes,
next time.
if Carson's watching on a replay, yes, it is indeed exactly what you think it is. But there's the R-Type poster.
Ooh.
Sweet.
That's very cool. Very cool.
Mine's
And of
totally gonna
course-
go back in.
Then you've got
I
the
like that
other
side
one.
too.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's I think that's all of the. Is that all of the IRM and Toa Plan?
I think so.
Battle Chopper, In the Hunt, Truxton, yeah. So it's all of them. Snow Bros, pretty cool. That's neat. That's very, very cool. I like this. This is really, really cool. So we're gonna make sure that goes in there, and then we've got the next one in here. Ooh,
Oh,
what
that's
is
right.
that?
We actually have a hard case.
Yep.
Yes.
At yield USB-C for charging, and then Toa Plan Arcade 1. This one gets opened.
Roger over there still teasing us.
Yeah, he is.
Like, don't
Just
say
be very,
anymore then.
please be excited. Please be excited, he says.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, it's like a representative from Square Enix. Please be excited.
Hmm.
I remember that they kept saying that over and over again for talking about the Final Fantasy VII remake because they kept delaying it.
Yeah.
And they're like, we promise, please don't go away.
Hmm.
And then it took them another like 3 years to put out the game. And then it came out, it was amazing. So, and then there's this thing. There's this look. It's a blue envelope that says limited edition Capcom collection.
Ooh.
That's kind of cool. It's like, and the winner is Capcom.
Rich, don't open that without. There's a code in there for 20% off.
Oh yeah, I won't show the.
Don't do like I did. I opened up mine on my boxing and showed the code.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm gonna use it tonight. So
But
people
this is live.
some people were asking, "Hey, did you pre-order the new carts?" And
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
used my 20% off for the.
and I'm like,
month.
yeah, not yet, because I'm getting that that tumbler.
Yeah, it's
So-
a tumbler.
Pretty
I don't
much
know.
makes free shipping. It's a travel mug, right?
There's my heroes code. There it is.
Yeah, it'll be a smaller plastic.
the
I was going to talking about that earlier. I'm still
Wait,
waiting
where's
for like a
yours at?
remote.
Are you getting yours soon?
Yeah, it's in Chicago.
Chicago.
Oh, is EXP? Are you gonna do an unboxing too, Ed?
Yeah. Yes.
Because dude, it is man. You gotta see it in person. The black one, how slick it is, dude.
Man, this is.
I can't
these
wait
are-
out. Totally be doing.
All right,
an
boys,
unboxing.
I've got to go to hang
Yeah,
out and stuff.
heading out.
Rich, again, congratulations, Ed. See you guys tomorrow.
Thank you. Yes.
for stopping by,
Thanks for
buddy.
being here, brother.
Later, Gators. Bye, chat.
Look at this. Like
That
this
is
a
very
cool-
nostalgic right there.
This is a cool manual. Yeah, it really is nostalgic. Like they did the whole like the widescreen, full color awesomeness. on this stuff. Very, very cool. Did you seriously, Muzz? Did you actually do that? Did you write this manual? That's awesome. Please enjoy the cheeky. Please enjoy the cheeky joke in the Street Fighter 2 section of the manual. Okay, we will. Let's find out. What is the cheeky joke?
Yeah, I can't wait to get mine to do an unboxing. Everybody does an unboxing.
Passive gameplay, whatever. Psycho Paramamia Bison. Okay. It's the tip. We get the tip. We got the double KO and the double KO.
Nice.
Right in the manual. That's funny. I don't know if that's the cheeky joke though. Let's see what else is there. And then we got the moves, the move sets. That's for all the guys. That's my writing. I didn't lay it out though. Check out M. Bison's profile. Okay. It says the leader of the criminal organization Shadowloo, Bison rules his empire with an iron fist. He does his best work on Tuesdays. That's hilarious. Great. That's good. That's good times, man. Yeah, that is awesome. There it is. Great. That is cool. That's cool, man. And that's awesome. Your work is now immortalized in everybody's EXP. That's very cool. Well, EXP limited anyway, right? Oh, here we go. You got the cool checklist. Have you got them all? At least up to. Is this booklet different than the standard? I don't know. Yeah, I got to pull mine out. I think it actually might be the same. And then you've got the hyper fighting poster, which is very, very cool. There you go. That artwork is awesome. That's really cool. And then, of course, you got the others. Very, very cool. Very cool. Look at that Breath of Fire artwork. It's going, play me later. I gotta get through some things before I start getting into like the RPGs and all that stuff.
No, I kind of jokingly say this, but it's like if they had sold like the EXP and if it didn't have a card slot, it still probably would have been worth it. I don't know, but I'll also have to see. Like just for the Capcom games alone, my god.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's good times, man. Yeah. And then you got the case. Is the last thing in the box.
Ooh. Knock on the top of it so we can.
Oh yeah, it'll take a thing here. That's good. And then,
see, now I do hope that Funstock offers their own version of a hard case. Oh.
Yeah, this is actually a lot like the hard case that I run around with the NES case.
Hey, the cartridge keychains in there, right?
Yeah. Yep. There's the insert cartridge Blaze Entertainment keychain, which will be hanging out in my office somewhere next to. I think I had something else from the VS. I think it is the VS keychain. I think I have that next to some things on my desk.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna use it as a real keychain. I'll get the crap beaten out of it.
Oh yeah, dude, I annihilate keychains.
I just said my limited edition showed up a week ago, but I'm way up north for 3 weeks, so I haven't seen them yet. I feel your pain. Yeah.
Oh, this is very cool. Very cool. All right, so
it's just based on location. Usually, it's kind of like it's a crapshoot. Usually Rich will get it, and then or sometimes in this case Pete will, and then I'll get it.
Yeah, Pete, and then yeah, for sure. So
listen, I've waited this long. If it comes early next week, it's fine. You know.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be worth the wait for sure. Yeah. So, it's very, very cool. So we're going to put all this stuff back in here carefully. We're going to put this little guy back in here too. But if you thought that was like, hey, this is a really cool unboxing, and then we're done, you're actually incorrect because other things arrived here. Mine was Royal Mail and then passed to USPS and then to my door.
Yeah, me too. Mine's coming USPS.
Yeah. Oh well, thanks, Roger. Yeah, tomorrow's is probably gonna be a really fun show too, because we got Yeah, we got some cool things to talk about.
Dude, that was, you know what? That was that was excellent because we had like it was like average like 60 something views, and then it's gotten like over 500 views since then. So like, yeah, no, I really appreciate everybody finding it on my channel and everybody still supporting it. And
heck yeah, yeah. Don't forget too, if you're watching this and you were like, hey, where's the Evercast? It's not on Rich's channel anymore. Yeah, because it's over on Nets. Go over there. Go to the Evercade Effect and hook them up.
I'm taking it over.
Hit all those buttons. Hit all those buttons. So, but yeah, man. So there it is. EXP now going in to get charged overnight, so I can start playing on the limited, which is gonna be great. I've got.
Do you think that'll become? So you think that'll become your main? Like you don't have any. Oh, that's why you haven't started Breath of Fire or anything on the Capcom.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, no, I do think that the limited is gonna wind up becoming my main. At least because I know that the kids.
Yep.
They're starting to like Douglas anyway is really starting to like the Evercade EXP over the original handheld. And it's weird because he only goes for the kart games. I don't think he's found the Capcom games yet. He hasn't gotten in the menu and found them. And I think it's like the second he finds them, it's just gonna blow his mind. He's gonna be like, no, I need the XP all the time. Like, no, I'm not doing anything else. But yeah, so that I will probably main that for sure.
Oh, so, yeah,
man.
So what's kind of funny before you come here, because I brought, which by the way I appreciate, that video's caused a lot of attention. No, because like, I think since I made the video, like some people have kind of been like scared now, which I mean it is like a legitimate concern. Ian Hobbies earlier saying that he waited. So one interesting thing is because Ryan did to get back to me, said he was sorry that it was happened. But here's one thing that I think did happen, and we can talk more about this tomorrow. That Ryan explained. He was saying that with Cathedral, I guess it does autosave a lot, but he was saying that it is up, it's up to the developer of the game if they want to let you know when it's autosaving. But since that game does, it would be annoying. Yeah. And I think he said because he said when you go in or out of the building, or maybe because I was in a town and I jumped in a building that it saved. He did, and he said that because. We know that so those games, we know that it's Linux, right? And those games are better protected than the standard save states that are on FAT 32 or 16 or whatever. But he said I guess I hit the perfect storm, said to me in that DM that if you happen to just bumble it just right where you can't exit the game, is what he's gonna say. If you hit it just right where you were you don't exit the game properly. Then yeah, which is, that's not that's not any fault of the Evercade that happens. Right. Now the one takeaway, and I messaged him. It's funny because I messaged him. So the one feature, and it's kind of Pete left. We'll have to talk about this tomorrow, but
yeah, of course.
Remember Pete commented. He said because I told him hey, too bad there's not a way to back up and copy your files to your VS. And Pete commented. He's like you all thought I was silly for saying that. And I'm like, hey, you're right, my friend. So I'm hoping that would maybe we would have the ability to copy save states and files to your VS, the internal disk or whatever, internal memory, and same with the XP. So then you could make your own backups. That's I'm and see what Ryan says, or if he's there tomorrow, I'll definitely bring him. But I would like them to do that. I mean, I don't think that'd be too difficult. That would kind of be a countermeasure. Then you could kind of back up saves because stuff like that happens with with computers and whatnot. Yeah. So maybe that might be a good thing. Maybe there's enough sympathy. But so the thing is that was just weird on the VS. I will say that I'm probably going to shy away from playing it until I get my EXP. Since it happened on the VS, I mean, it could be a fluke. But I'm like, well, at least the LCD is integrated. But yeah, that was just, and that's what I kind of said in my video. If for some reason, if you hear the volume change to go loud, just exit out of the game. I don't know if that that might be another issue. I don't know if that was a unique thing, but that was the only thing that was weird. The volume just got louder.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, definitely, look out for that stuff. And yes, 100%, we will talk about that a little more. And then, man, was kind of with the continued tease. Can't say anything other than back up what Ryan said is going to blow some minds.
We know.
Cannot wait. So. Yeah, Ian, Indie Heroes 3 at the end of the year for sure. Yeah, well, it'll be February's card, right? Just like it was this year.
Yeah.
It'll close. Indie Heroes will close out the year every year, like their fiscal, I guess, right? But moving along from Evercade stuff to other stuff. I've been preparing since the newsline that proclaimed the existence of a way to do Polymega without having a Polymega. The second I got that news, a box appeared. And what's in this box? Well,
Is that what I think it is?
it is, well, these two. There's two things in this box. And then I have another package with one thing in the box. And they are basically reissues to me of a thing that I did have and was lost to waters.
Yep.
Which is very sad. But I can see it already. I'm very happy to see those things again. What could it be? What could it be?
Special games.
It could be some Sega Saturn games from Japan.
Yep. Oh.
There it is. There it is, folks. I'm going to hit myself back into the...
Is that the Japanese version?
This is the Japanese Sega Saturn version of Lunar Silver Star Story. Not complete. I wanted Silver Star Story, the non-MPEG version specifically, because it is the almost direct comparison to the Sega CD version, only it is a little bit better. Because obviously it's the additional work was done on this port for Sega Saturn. I cannot wait to put this thing into my computer and then get that stuff over there. Oh, it does have the inserts. It does have the insert postcard.
You know what's nice? That's
cool.
one cool thing about Japanese game. What is like isn't like the US version of those like go for like insane? Ooh.
Yes. They are incredibly expensive, and I owned all of them. I owned every single one of Working Design's Sega CD games, and then I sold them like a fool. And I've been kicking myself ever since. But because I don't have, like big boy collector's money, I do have small boy collector's money, and I'm able to get the coolness back. It's very, very cool to have this back in my hands, which is awesome. And it's just like it'll be fun because I'll get to put like my phone in Google Translate pages and stuff like that. But the cool thing about Polymega is there already exists fan translations of every single one of these games, and I can patch them. I can IPS patch every single one of these games directly from the console itself. It's just like, oh, do you want us to look for IPS patch? And you're like, yes, please, and it goes on and gets it, which is awesome. So
it'll get the patches too.
Yeah, that's why Polymega is pretty cool. Like, it's like the luxury retro system, right? It's not necessary because you could do a lot of these things just on emulation. Yeah, but it is very cool, and this is a.
No, I mean the earlier versions, like you had to find the IPS patches yourself and put them on the
It's a very clean disc. It's a little smudgy. That's okay. Little thing there, but no visible like terminal scratches. This will play for sure.
Oh, that's okay. So I'm looking like the
very excited.
The Japanese console versions of all of them. I mean, they go from like 18 to 37 complete box.
It's not bad. So it's good to have them back. Yeah, because the U.S. version of Silver Star Story alone is like immensely expensive. So I think the last time I checked, it was like $175 or something like that.
I was thinking probably
for Silver Star Story, and it's like something. Like it's something crazy.
It's probably $200 for a loose.
Yeah. So then we have our second game.
Hey, Carson is here.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What was that you said earlier?
Heck yeah, you are absolutely correct, sir. When I do my news lines in my office, those two that are behind me, both of them actually are signed by full cast. It's the Man of Steel poster. Is signed by full cast and crew, so that's everybody. It's a man.
Superman poster. Oh yeah,
it's the Superman poster. Yeah, so
okay, I already knew that.
It's Henry Cavill and Amy Adams and Lawrence Fishburne and all of that stuff, plus Zack Snyder and Hans Zimmer and all those guys. And then on the other side, right next to it, is the the 1978 poster from the original release of Superman, and that is also signed by full cast and crew. And now we're talking the big boys. We're talking John Williams. We're talking, of course, Christopher Reeves. We're talking Margot Kidder, Ned Beatty, Hackman, everybody, Marlon Brando, like all that stuff. It was another present that was actually tear-inducing when I received it this Christmas, because I had a poster. I had a Man of Steel poster signed by only 5 members of the cast down in the basement, and I lost it in Ida. And that was rough. Because I actually also had a Superman Returns poster with Brandon Routh and Spacey and all those guys signed. That got destroyed. And I was like, tears, man. That belongs in a museum, not at work. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't believe it when I literally could not believe it when I opened it.
Okay, so that's when you said, because you know, because I guess I knew about that beforehand, because I remember when you sent me the picture, I was like, oh wow, I was like, Christopher Reeves, like he came back from the dead. No, but that's awesome. Okay, but I forgot.
It was from a collector. Yeah, and you can tell like there's actually like different inks. So that poster had traveled. So the first 2 were Reeve and I think it was Reeve and Hackman, because he's on top. And then there's a different ink for everybody else, and then a third ink where it was like the people that are still around. They must have like finished up getting the crew at like a meet and greet somewhere.
That's what I was gonna say. I just imagine somebody like going to like the different conventions we did.
Yep. I mean, it's just awesome. It's just awesome. So, but then the second game, of course, is Lunar 2 Eternal Blue, and this one, it was weird because in the description and the pictures, like they showed it in a jewel case, but somehow it didn't come to me in a jewel case. I mean, it's not a big deal. I can just go get a jewel case, because the Sega Saturn jewel cases weren't like, I don't have the spine.
Yeah, they're not in the long. Yeah, they're not in the long box. So
it's just like you go get a jewel case and throw it in there. But yeah, we got all the cool characters from that game. Second to Final Fantasy, this is my favorite RPG series of all time. And there is a tie for second. I won't lie. Phantasy Star 1 is in there, but as a series, Lunar goes over Phantasy Star for me in my opinion anyway. But when I was playing these originally on Sega CD, there was a lot of cool things happening in my life, so I associate those things with that. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
To get this, and then I think these are like stuff like this tells you about the monsters in the world and stuff like that. Like what to expect and like their stats or something.
Yeah, man. Since you mentioned Final Fantasy, like the Nintendo one was awesome, Dragon Ball. But I remember like when the Super Nintendo version of Final Fantasy 2, I was like, oh my god! Like there's stories and there's characters and you care about them and.
Muzz says something. Shame about Dragon Song though. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Phantom. Thanks for being here and for being also a member of the Good Times Club. Be sure to check out some stuff on the exclusive tab very soon, as there'll be a preview of some of the votes that have been going on. Thank you also for your vote as well. And there will be some other things, including a new poll, and of course our monthly meeting, which also happens.
So if I had to speculate what another benefit would be knowing Rich, because in the past,
very cool.
He's done giveaways, and he's done giveaways like not even on his channel, when Evercast was on Pete's channel.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if from time to time if he did like members only like giveaways. I'm just saying.
It could be a thing. I am one that loves to share beyond things, but there are very cool things that happen for being a member of the Good Times Club that we have not yet gotten to. So I will put that tease.
Oh yeah,
put that tease out there.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to come across. Is there'll be other like cool.
Yes, there's always something we're working on.
I'm just saying, no one Rich has got some things up his sleeve.
Yes. So let me just put this back in this thing so we can get into the next thing.
It's interesting because like I know like a lot of us like RPGs are like such like a big part of our lives like growing up.
Yes.
So it's like so fantastic, so fantastic.
So there's
What's the
another
next thing? Oh yeah, there's another
envelope that came via airmail. This one directly from Japan. The other one was from a US seller.
I'm thinking.
So this one's cool.
Rich needs a second camera for his live unboxings.
Yeah, right.
Well, you know what? At some point, now that we figured out with StreamYard, you can actually use your phone and put it.
Yeah, you can have like phone mode.
Yeah.
Thank you for always interacting with me. A loving gift from me to you. Please take care of yourself. From the seller. That's pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I was like, oh, you've got to admire.
Did he give me something extra? That'd be cool. That'd be neat. I don't think so. I think it's just thanks for purchasing my product.
Did you get this off of like Yahoo auctions or eBay or?
This is eBay. Yeah, I went on eBay. Yeah, and it's just that, which is fine because that's exactly what I ordered. This was packed very well. It was packed like in cardboard in the single mailer.
I'm telling you, people in Japan take really good care of stuff. It's...
Yeah. Well, that's the cool thing too, because like I felt confident in buying them. I mean, they're not super expensive either, too. So, I felt pretty confident getting them.
I'll say that probably like Japan's like their like D quality game would be like our A quality, like here in the States. Like that's how good a care. Like if there's like a tiny if there's a tiny like little invisible crease that you could barely see unless you have like a microscope, then it's like, oh, that's a D quality. That's bad.
Exactly.
Versus us, we're like, we don't care.
So, all right. So this was the other thing. Another reason why I wanted specifically the Polymega, because of course it does do like the translation patching thing, but it also of course allows you to play the things that are out of region. And even though I've heard about it, and some people say it's cool, and some people say it's not cool, it doesn't matter because I don't care because it's Lunar and I never played it. And I got another copy of Lunar Magic School on the Sega Saturn because I just wanted it again. And the disc quality, oh my goodness. Like, it is just, it might as well be new.
Dude, you know what? The one thing that it just kind of more like hit me that is, kind of news of the Polymega. So you can play Saturn. You can play Saturn, you can play PS1, you can play TurboGrafx and Neo Geo CDs. That's like so worth it just for all the CD games.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. He said, Muzz is saying, I would say the stuff in junk bins is about as equal to normal quality in North America. I mean, you got to be correct because this is just like excellent condition.
Yeah, because those if you watch like Jim from or Kid Shoryuken from like Mad Panic Gaming or like Scruffy RGB or some other ones. Yeah, it's immaculate. Like that's why in that one other copy you have the like the warranty card. Like we never save that stuff here in the like. I love that. Like that's awesome. That ephemera or whatever the hell it's called. Yeah.
Magic School. Don't let anyone rag on you for like. I won't, sir. I won't, because again, it's Lunar, and it's like I want to play this game so bad. And, of course, like back in the day, you find out, oh, cool, there was a Lunar that came out in Japan and we didn't get it. And I'm like, well, I'm never playing this because I'm not, like, I can't, like, I would love to learn the language in order to understand it, to play the game. But, the technology just wasn't there back in the day when I was, like, just, like consuming all things Lunar. But now we live in that cool age where people can do things and give you some cool tools.
Plus the artwork, I would say like 99% of the time, like the Japanese artwork is always better. Like there's one or maybe like one or two like rare cases it's not, but it's always so like it's worth it alone. Like like alone just like for the artwork. No, that's awesome, man. And then you can copy those things in, and then you don't have to worry about like messing with the disc again. And those can just look nice on your shelf. Yep. And if they do a disc route, which hopefully they won't, at least then you've got the physical copy and you've got them.
That's right. Yeah, and then on there. And then immediately, like, very soon, because it's like, like getting back into like, newsliney stuff. We are within weeks, like, like within a week, I think, of getting our emails for being Polymega backers, getting that invite into the beta test. And
Ooh,
these
so
discs,
one-
these discs are going straight into this machine as soon as I get the beta, and then these are the first ones that I'll do.
dude, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you don't even have to get that other add-on. You can pop them into your PC, have them backed up and patched, play them through the app if you wanted to, and even backed up to the cloud. So then when you
Mhm.
get your Polymega, you can transfer it and you're done.
That's exactly right. Well, and that's exactly what their pitch was. So, like when I did my newsline, yes, you're absolutely. I'm setting up my games for the Polymega for sure. So when they said that, when I covered it in the newsline, it was their promise was, well, we can't give you your physical Polymega. So what we're going to do now is basically we built a piece of software that basically acts like it. So if you have a powerful enough machine, you can run everything on this app and then do all of your stuff. And then when you get your Polymega, everything's cloud. You also get a cloud account to store however much however many games you have. And then it'll download back to your system when you get your system finally. And then you can then, store them locally. What is the Polymega? The Polymega is a modular retro system that does emulation-based gameplay. But the cool thing about the Polymega is that you, instead of like on a Retron where you plug in the game, you turn it on and you just play it, the Polymega will turn it on, dump the entire ROM, and store it on the Polymega. So when you take the cartridge out, the encrypted ROM that it pulled off the cartridge is still on the system. So you can basically just put all of your collectible games in the system, disc versions, and if you have the cartridge modules, your cartridge, and then just takes it all and stores it in one thing. So you have your legitimate collector's copies of your games, and you're making archives of them all. Now, the cool thing for me about the Polymega is the fact that it does like all the region-free goodness for disc-based games. So for the disc, the base module does disc only, the CDs. It does Turbo CD, it does Sega CD, and it does Sega Saturn, and PlayStation
CD.
1. So
and Neo Geo CD, don't forget.
And Neo Geo CD. That's right.
Yeah.
So all of those things, some of which are very expensive to get your hands on, it will take all of those discs. So like if you have those things in your collection and you're like, I do not want to scratch these things at all, ever. You put them in once, you let them read the disc, it takes the entire thing, you take your thing out, you put it on the shelf, that's your money copy, you can stare at it and all that kind of stuff, and then you can just play your games on the system. And Carson's like, oh wow, that seems too good to be true. Well, yeah, that's what a lot of people thought. Pete, the EverCanadian himself, has one. I have to be honest, I completely forgot about that thing. Yeah, man.
Does he have any videos now on his Nuisance channel, or does he not?
I don't think he had. He had it on his old channel, but I don't think he's done some videos. I should probably poke him and say, do it. Oh, Julian. Hey,
yeah.
Yep. And Michael Hayes. Hey, how's it going, man? Congrats on to Julian on there. Yeah. Have you decided on the next game after Golden Axe? I haven't decided on which game it's going to be, but I did decide that it's going to be a game on the Evercade.
Ooh.
So there will be an announcement very shortly after I finish Golden Axe Warrior finally. Hopefully this Thursday on Karg. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That will all coalesce into a series that'll actually wind up starting with the next game. And then it'll be rebranded. Because now that we're at 300 of Good Times with Retro Rich, I can do a whole bunch of things. Fun for Five is always going to be Good Times with Retro Rich. Some live episodes, again, always Good Times. Like the stuff we do for the Super Bowl, always Good Times with Retro Rich. But there will be other series now that I've hit this number, and that we've crested over 1,000 and stuff. I want to kind of expand to kind of like make little mini shows, and then do some cool things with them. So people that are in the Good Times Club actually know all about some of those things that will be coming very soon.
Look what I started.
So, a cathedral. maybe.
Just play it on the
Mega-
EXP and you'll be fine.
Yes. Yeah, Mega CD had some amazing games. Android Assault, Devastator, Snatcher. Yeah, those are also really good. And then, of course, you got all your Working Designs games, right? We just talked about Lunar because I just opened the Sega Saturn versions. But there was Vey, there was Popful Mail, There was a shooter that I can't remember the name of right now. That is also really, really cool. That was a Working Designs game as well. What else was there? I'm missing a big one, and I can't remember for the life of me what it is.
Didn't Make us say too that they were going to also offer like a digital store?
Yeah, that's going to come. That's going to come later, for sure. And then they also announced new hardware. There's going to be a new controller that'll be the base. When you finally get your base model, it'll come with the new improved controller. It kind of looks like a DualShock 2, but it'll come with that controller. As opposed to the original controller that they used to come with.
You know what you'll have to test, and just for grins, because it'll be fun. If you, I want to say, if you plug that into your Ultimate, you should be able to use the controls. Like that would be.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Like if there's some like arcadey type games or shooters or something where you're like, you know what, I kind of want that feel.
Yeah.
It would work.
Well, you get the double-ended USB. I could use the Ultimate Mini as a controller. Yeah,
I know.
That'd be really cool.
But it'd be more fun in the cab.
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just plug the thing and write the HDMI to the pass-through.
Because I forgot about that. That's one of the neat features that most HDMI devices you can plug in and it should output.
That's true. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I need to do something with that and just start playing around a little more. You know, like in some like car how-to videos or something. That would be very cool. But yeah, so very, very, very cool. Yeah, shut up, Siri. It's going to be very, very cool, and I'm very, very excited about all that because I'm going to start diving into a whole bunch of stuff, especially when that goes live. But there'll be a news line the day it breaks that the beta is finally live. There will be a Fun for 5 on the beta as soon as I get that done, then we're going to start diving into doing some stuff on these Lunar games. Oh, sweet night, man. Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, and thank you for keeping things up and awesome on that Evercade fan sub, man. That's good stuff. So, before we end it, it's like an hour and a half. We've just been hanging out, talking, and doing some stuff.
This like flew by.
I've been sitting because it's 300, and we got to just do it. Let me just rip. I'm literally ripping the packaging Band-Aid off of this one.
Ooh.
So there is another secret hidden series that I wanted to do. Yeah, there's a lot of projects and a lot of cool things. I'm going to straight up just talk about it because I failed. Because the time has passed me by. But I wanted to do a celebration of things for Atari specifically because it's what I grew up with. And I like telling stories about games that I played back then. And it just so happened that in the 50th anniversary of Atari, as it's it's like the ongoing 50th anniversary. I started thinking, you know what? It's 40 years exactly to the date of some of the most amazing Atari 2600 games of all time, and it would be really cool, like to in the month of their release, kind of like look back at those games. Now, again, I missed all of 2022, which would have been 1982, but I think I'm just going to do it anyway. On my time when I can, every once in a while, an episode here, an episode there. This one, you're not going to get until December. And I know it will be a year late, but it doesn't matter because it's that kind of game. But I've been sitting on this sealed box for a full year.
You're insane.
I've had this box. I have not opened it, but it's Good Times Retro Rich 300, and I'm opening it right now because this is that thing. Hey, man. Hey, Cav. How's it going?
I may have known what this was at one point, but I totally forget, so don't tell me. I want to be surprised too.
So... I'm so glad that the Atari Creep is here because when he sees it, it's gonna be nuts. It is a complete in box Atari game, and if you are thinking what I'm thinking, you could be like, why is he insane that he bought this complete in box Atari game, and why does he want to talk about this Atari game? Oh, I have stories. I have many, many stories about it. But are you ready for this Atari game? It did come out in 1982 in December.
Ah, yes, that's right. Oh my god. Okay,
There it is.
Dude, yeah, that's right. I remember.
And it is cherry. The box is so good. It looks so good.
Yeah, dude, I remember you like told me that like a long time ago. You're like, yeah, I got a complete unboxed copy of ET, and I'm gonna do a video and show everyone like the proper way how to be. Yeah, okay, I remember now. Wow, yeah, that was a long time ago. That's very minty. That didn't make it to
the only unminty part about it is the top, because like whoever opened it just like it tore a little on the very top on the lip here. You can see it kind of like a little rip there, but everything else.
The fact that you have the box, I mean, that's
and when I saw it, it's like, man, it's got, you know, like the cart itself is minty fresh. You know, like barely any dust.
Yeah.
You know, like it's super shiny. I don't think I've ever seen a cart outside of my Mario Brothers that I opened myself when I was a kid that looked this clean. So, because of course everything else was like a hand-me-down from my cousins or my dad or my uncle or whatever, right? That's how I got my Atari games.
I forget. Do you have a way? All right. I take it you don't have an easy. Oh no. Do you have a Retron 7D?
I do. I have a Retron 77. Yes.
Okay. Cool. So we can play that. Okay.
Oh, 100%. 100%. This will be played.
Awesome. Just because we all know that, you know, Atari, especially is one of those devices that unless you have it modded to connect. That's so cool that Raiders.
Your Atari catalog.
Oh yes.
Yep. So fun story about this Atari catalog. There is, if you go in the Wayback Machine and you look up Perfect Score, there was a theme that I did for my staff page of the original cast of the podcast of Perfect Score, which is the original idea that became Bacon Ice Cream Productions. Later on, I made the staff page for my podcast into the Atari catalog. And the theme for all of the different things that you could do on the website were all the labels of an Atari cartridge in the Bauhaus font. So it was like all of the other games, Combat, Berserk, all those things had those. Oh, actually, it's right here. So it has this font right there. So everybody's name was in this font, you know, like all the categories or whatever. And then when you went to their page, it was a page of like whatever their favorite Atari game was. And it just so happens that not only did I open this, I just did this, right? And the page that I'm looking at is not only my page, but it's also one of my favorite 2600 games of all time. We'll get all the way back around to the very beginning of the show. Boom.
Nice.
It's Berserk. Now, again, if you have an Atari VCS right now, I want you to turn on that Atari VCS and go to the store and give them $3 and buy this game on the store right now, because
you know what? I need to,
it's so like, one, it's so good, and two, I cannot believe and I can't, guys, I am not joking. I've been working on something for about a week and a half in my office.
Ooh.
Right? I cannot believe the amount of serendipity of the thing I'm working on to a thing that I was going to do during shows to needle Atari or somebody to get the rights to this game, to then finding out Atari, of all people, bought the rights from Stern for Berserk and Frenzy and 10 other games we don't know about. You know, shout out also to Ballistic Coffee Boy for doing that awesome Atari Newsline.
Wait a second, you just said Atari themselves owns the rights to Berserk.
That is correct, as of last night. Because not only did they do that, but the very next morning, this morning, all right, 3/17/2023, they put Berserk on the Atari VCS store. They're just like, oh, we have the rights to Berserk. Boom, here it is. You know, here's the 2600 version. It's $2.99. Like, show them love and buy this thing. If you've got an Atari VCS, throw them the $3 because it will push them further, because they said they bought the rights specifically to Frenzy and Berserk because they wanted to do recharged games of them. I need everyone to be like, let's go and get these right now. Also, spoiler alert for an idea that I had on a show that I'll probably do a think piece of anyway, because some people don't want to watch an hour 46-minute podcast to get this part. I might do a separate episode. I think Evercade related I think it's time for either Atari Arcade 2 or Atari Collection 3.
Okay, that's
And what we need to do is we need somebody get the Blaze guys on the phone, and you get Atari on the phone and be like, "Oh, I heard you got that Berserk. I heard you got that Frenzy game.
that's
Let's
what I was
get
just
this on
gonna
a
say.
cart right now and get them. You get Road Blasters, get Hard Driving on a cart and an Atari Arcade. Come on, guys, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it happen.
You know what? Hard drive would be a good, because I remember you were saying like it's difficult to like map that stuff in MAME, so that would be an awesome one if they could.
Yeah, I
send
mean, I would legit volunteer many hours of Google Meet and or whatever meeting time with Ryan and all of those teams. Like, put me to work. I don't care. I will figure something out to try to get this stuff working on Evercade.
We need to bring that up tomorrow, because that's what I was going to say. Because you know what? Because of all the games like Conap X, for some reason, like at least on the Steam Deck, Berserk won't load. Like it just loads on the bottom. So I was like, oh. So like right now, and that's the one thing I'm envious about the VCS right now. Even though I could emulate it for $299, if I could buy that 2600 version on the Steam, like on the Steam store, I would do it
for sure.
I might just have to emulate just for that, because I remember that I haven't played the 2600 version. Like it's a very good conversion from the arcade, right? Because like the graphics are very similar. Like it wasn't something like Pac-Man where it's like ooh, like it's good. It's like Asteroids or something else. Where it's like a great freaking conversion. Like it's one of the better conversions.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. Oh yeah, Klaxon Stun Runner too. Yeah, why not, man? Like fill it up. I mean,
do you
obviously these carts have been a little light of late, right? So like an arcade cart with 6-7 games, something like that, 8. Okay, that could be enough. But already right there with you could do Berserk and Frenzy, hard or race driving. You could do Klax, you could do Stun Runner, you do Battlezone if they get that, or Road Blasters. You're already at 7. So okay, we couldn't get Road Blasters or a Battlezone. We put Road Blasters on, that's still 6. I'd buy it immediately. You know what I mean? So let's do it. Let's do it. So do you think Atari?
I wonder if Atari 50 will throw us a bone and give us Berserk. Or I wonder if they'll come out with DLC and get more games.
Maybe. I mean, that would be kind of cool too. Do you think Atari signed exclusivity with My Arcade? I don't think so. So. I think they specifically said partners.
Yes.
Every time they talk to Rosen, he consistently says that they have more people in. They want to make sure that their games are getting everywhere to good stewards, and they've got a great relationship with Blaze. So I don't think that's a thing.
Listen, it's not like Atari, like they're like Data East or some of these companies where they'll sell their license to anybody because they're smart and they want to make money, but they're not going to do an exclusive. They'll make it especially Atari's been like they have they're not hurting to make it exclusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No.
Dude, that's exciting. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and with I know it's like a icky kind of thing to talk about or whatever, but even with Atari going out and doing that that Atari game pool, they're out doing a funding round right now to try to get some extra to get some extra money, but they want to take that money and pour it back into independent developers to bring you more things. So it's not just Sneaky Box doing a recharge game every 2 or 3 months when they can. Like they want to get more development money in so they can get more of these independent developers to do these recharged or reimagined games. So they're really pushing. So oh sweet, he says Atari and Intellivision might be his most played carts. I mean they're awesome. They're always in my Evercades. And if I'm not the one playing them, it's Henry. Actually, even though he's 2 and he doesn't necessarily understand what is happening, he loves Asteroids because it's simple, right? Like he just hits the button and you can actually get the input of him. Like he understands that if he hits the button enough, the bigger blocks become smaller, and then he likes the sounds and all that kind of.
Dude, Atari one, and what's interesting since the 3.0 update, like I know, like Adventure takes up more screen, like I think stuff looks better. But one fun fact that is kind of neat about like Atari 50, I want to say at least on the Steam Deck, if you press like R or one of the trigger buttons and you're playing, you can switch back and forth between like the classic Atari
Yeah.
2600, and then the remastered. So I thought that was like, which by the way, the remastered version is more difficult.
Yeah.
Because like that thingy that tries to go around and get the like that thing is a lot harder to dodge.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm.
I think the trade-off is like destroying the bricks or the thing around is a little bit easier because since it's better graphically, like, especially when you get to the levels in the 2600 where it's like blinky, like sometimes it's kind of weird. But yeah. But yeah, no, those are great. On Evercade. I mean,
heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
In general, but oh man, we got to get Berserk. Yeah, Atari Collection 3, give us Berserk.
Yes.
And like some of those other games, and throw in some Songbird. And then what Blaze could do, and I know this would like mess with Crow and some other collectors. What they should do is make a cart half purple, half red, have arcade games mixed with console.
With some console, yeah, why not?
Be like number 35/6. I don't know, something they need to do something wonky like that. Wouldn't that be funny? Just to mess with people.
Oh my god! The people that like love making sure that their shelving is like just so. I mean, it would just drive them nuts.
That would be like Harry Potter.
That would be
like
something
80,
that they would do, though.
Like the Harry Potter like train, like 85 and a third or whatever. Yeah, it would mess with people. But yeah, they got to do that, or just like do an update where if you put in the 2 Atari carts or an Atari arcade, that it unlocks Berserk. I don't know. Somehow find a way to unlock Berserk on the Evercade.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I completely agree. I completely agree with you. I love me some Asteroids. Yeah, Frenzy is gonna be cool because I didn't get to play that a lot. I only played Frenzy when I was over at Fun Spot because they had a Frenzy cab, and I used to play that every visit. So it'd be great to play some more just sitting around. And yes, it would be absolutely great recharged. But I mean, man, Berserk recharge is really the one I want because it's gonna be the one that's recognizable, right? You'll see Berserk. Those that know Berserk kind of know Frenzy. But those that just know Atari will know Berserk. They'll know that and keep that artwork. Please keep that artwork for or do like a retouch of it or something like that. But that same pose with the robot blowing up or whatever. Just it's so iconic. You have to take a play on that for like the box art or whatever when it hits the digital store. It's so. I mean, you got to do it.
It'll translate well. I think it really will. Kind of like how the Black Widow did with the like spider webs with the line. I think it'll translate like really well to Recharged.
Yep. Yeah. You're right. You did. There was a game with non-Atari content for once. Yep. 100%. Yeah. Frenzy wasn't on the 2600. It'd be cool. Like I said, they just keep them coming. That move was so awesome. And for the fact that they did that, they put out that press release and then immediately put out that game, man. Kudos. That's a hat tip and a half to Atari. Because how can you build more? It's like there's a lesson in how do you build hype? This is how you build hype. You're like, oh hey, we got these things, and that's not like please be excited. Wait 4 months before we do anything with any of these properties. It's like, oh, we have the properties. Go play this one while we're working on the other one.
Yes.
Done. Touchdown.
Dude, Atari is doing like what I always complain about all the time. Like, you have the licensed property, just put it out there. There's already commercial emulators. You can just do it, and they've already got that. Yeah.
So iconic, even nice. Yeah, man. Black Widow Richards was great. And that was a surprise, right? That was a total surprise. Wait, we didn't get Black Widow on the Atari 1, did we? On the arcade 1? On the Evercade?
No.
That would be cool.
No, it's on Atari.
Black Widow on the arcade 2 with all those other games. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would.
I mean, come on.
Even though it doesn't have an analog stick, it would play well like Xeno Crisis. It would work.
Yeah. Yeah, it absolutely is. I completely agree with you, Ballistic. I mean, it's just Atari is hitting it like literally on all cylinders right now, and yeah, let's hope it continues because that means there are games that have also still been announced, are in the pipeline, or are about to be released because they got release dates for like next week. That we didn't even talk about that kind of stuff on Atari VCS. There's that beat 'em up that's coming up. There's Gunslugs 2 that's coming up. We just got Berserk today. Then of course that'll lead into probably the next wave of Recharged. I mean, let's go. Like, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah. Oh man, they got to get her back. I would love to get her take on a Berserk Recharged. I just want her to go ham on that soundtrack. Let's go. Like, it's so, oh my goodness, man. Like, it just, there's a reason why there's 2 games up here that are third party. Well, now not one third party now. There's a reason why there's 2 games that stare me in the face all the time. And one of them is Berserk, and the other one is Space Invaders. And the other one that usually is in the Retron is Pac-Man. Like, just, those are the games. And I'm like, I loved playing these games as a kid. And knowing that Berserk is not only on a digital thing they can play again, and it's owned by Atari, that we're going to get that stuff. Oh my goodness, man. Oh. So, oh no, it's all right, man. But this is the essence, Ballistic. This is the essence of Good Times with Retro Rich, man. Like, this is what I want. I want people that are like a whole community of friends just coming on over and chilling and talking, man. That's the whole idea. That's the reason also why me and Ed do Calling All Retro Gamers, because it's an extension of that same thing. It's like an excuse like for literally me and him to come and hang out. I almost feel like this is a card almost. So,
yeah, I know, right?
But it is cool. Yeah, right. But yes, plug. Make sure you come and hang out with us over on Calling All Retro Gamers on Thursday, because we will be playing some Golden Axe Warrior, which actually, because we don't have time enough to do it live today. It will be 300B. We've done that before, a 300A, which is either live or not live, and then 300B. 300B will happen sometime this next week, before the card, where I go and get all my hearts and get the golden apple, and then go and get that axe and get out of there, so that we can finish this thing finally with the golden axe. Go in there and just tear things up. So, yeah, man.
I know this is for the 2600 magazine, but that was taken from Atari. So that is an answer question. But yes, Ballistic Coffee Boy, Atari 2600 was my very first like actual like console. So
yeah.
So definitely.
Yeah. Carson asks, "How is Aka R?" It is crazy fun. The new one, yes, yeah, it is crazy fun. I haven't played a brand new retro game like that in a while. That really just kind of took me. There are a couple recharge games that got me there for sure. But this one, I didn't know what to expect because it's Jeff Minter and he's absolutely insane. But when I started playing that game, the way that he had that loop, it really just takes you for a ride. And once you get the hang of it, it just sucks you in. You don't want to put the controller down, and that's the mark of a great title. If it can give you that first impression and want you to come back for more, like right away, just kind of like over when we do like one credit quick click, right? If it's that machine that will force you to put more credits in. If it was an actual arcade cabinet, you're at that thing all day. You're just plugging in quarters. It's so fun.
You know what I'd like to see Atari do a recharge of, even though it's kind of an oddball game, but it's on the Atari 50. What if they did like a Cloak and Dagger recharge? No idea what that would be, but that would be crazy. That would just be crazy.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you know what? This Week in Retro, a buddy of mine, Paul, he listens to that show and watches too. And he keeps telling me to check that out. I gotta go and get some more retro on. That's the other thing too. It's kind of a little weird. A lot of the channels that I normally frequent outside of the Gamers United Guild, your channel, of course, Ed, and others that are in our friends group that I always watch. Some of the other tertiary or bigger channels, either I don't know if they're like starting to fall off or or whatever. But it leaves me wanting a little more of that talk, and it's good to know that there is some more like cool old computer talk and like that kind of shows. So I definitely gotta dip my toes in, and I do that. Yeah, no, I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're. So the answer to this would be if it would if you answered yes to this, it would sell you. On AKR. So if you're a big Tempest fan and you also enjoy games like Asteroids, or even into a very smaller degree, like kind of like a tower defense-ish kind of thing, and they all kind of mash together in a blender, then 100% absolutely get Ekar, because it's basically like that on steroids. And there's so many flashing lights and stuff. It's just nuts. I would definitely think you had a good time.
Video because of that. I was like,
It was so. I mean, it's definitely not an easy watch, but when you're playing, you don't even notice what's going on because you're so focused on making sure that you're doing all of that stuff. It's cool. It's impressive too. It's really cool. So, but anyway, we have hit 2 hours. We've hit 2 hours. So, oh yeah, we need to hear more about Jousting Heroes and Gathering. Yeah, man. Yeah. And then, of course, also we got our friend who actually popped in for a little bit. Meccan Games was here in the chat for a little bit, and of course he's got his little thing too. That that kind of dodge 'em nod. It's cool. I know it's cool because I know, but I can't say anything more about that other than I know. So, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Oh man, if you love Tempest, dude, you got to play this. Yeah, you got to play this. If you love it, then it's good, and it's worth. I mean, it's like, what is it, $10? It's totally worth it. So, but yeah, man, way mega exciting for all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, man, yeah, no, he is great. He is great. So yeah, I hope he if he watches the replay, or if he's watching while working on wink nudge nudge things in the background, yeah, he should hit me up in case he needs some more of the stuff, because I'm always ready and willing. And if any other indie devs happen to find this thing and watch all the way to here, again, hit me up, because I love helping out, because it's awesome. It's one of my actual dreams was to just kind of be the fly on the wall in the background, be the secret keeper, help everybody out, hope your game does well, go and launch, buy it, love it, play it, awesome.
Oh, let me know before we end, because I want to have the last word.
Oh yes, yes.
That's all. So before we just call it quits, then I just want to say one that's all.
Yes, yeah, right. So, yes, right, for sure. Michael Hazen, well, you should reach out to me, sir. I would love to help people out, man. It's awesome. So, I caught up in the game, still listening. Nice. Very cool. The Suspicious Zone needs to be pinned on the channel with chat replay. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I will do this. I will do that very thing. I don't know how to do it it should be just chat replay. Just turn it on, I think. But yeah,
I know you can pin it.
Yeah. I'll definitely pin it for sure.
Yeah.
It'll be both the new subscriber and if you haven't subscribed yet.
Yeah. I thought it automatically does the chat replay.
I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does.
It should be good.
So, but yes, thank you, man. Thank you. Yes, for sure. But yeah, so we have to go to bed so that we wake up and do the Evercast tomorrow morning. So as far as things on the channel, it's been a really again, yes, I've noticed it's been a little lacking of late, because to be honest, I wasn't absolutely sure on what the plan was for releasing. And of course, you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. You just do Good Times with Retro Rich 301, 302, 304, and you haven't done 300 yet. Doesn't make any sense, right? So I was kind of hanging out and then figuring it out. And then, of course, life has a way of pushing you forward. And this wasn't the 300 that I had in my head, but it is the 300 that I deserved because of my procrastination. But it's been an awesome one. And again, it filled with friends and conversation and box openings and all that kind of stuff, which is great. But now that it is done, I can start peppering everybody's face with lots more Good Times with Retro Rich and other content for yes, before the end of this month, there will be another show on this channel that's not called Good Times with Retro Rich. In fact, probably 2 or maybe even 3 other shows that are not called Good Times or Retro Rich on this channel. There's going to be really cool stuff. So please be excited, as I've joked about that 10,000 times this show, and hang out. So, and then I will kick it to my good friend here, Ed, who will tease some stuff right now.
Oh, well, actually, now you put me on the spot. Well, no, I just want to say save the best, for last. And don't want you to think that I forget, but wanted to wait for everyone else to say their congrats. But of course, man, huge congrats. This is awesome. I know this goes without saying, but your friendship is very dear to me, and I'm so glad to have met you and all that. Part of our whole universe and everything. And it is true about Karg. It is an excuse for us to
100%
stay in touch. It was one of the good things that was born out of the whole flood fiasco.
Yes, 100%, man. I sincerely appreciate all of those long walk talks as I was just walking around my mother-in-law's neighborhood because I literally couldn't be in my house, man. It was awesome. It was awesome to be able to just hang with a friend, even though you weren't right around, right? Hanging from states away, half a country away, literally.
Yeah. And every now and then we'll still kind of have those talks on a lunch break or something like that. But we do know usually when me and Rich talk, for us to get off the phone sooner than an hour, it's a miracle.
Yeah, absolutely.
We kind of know that. I kid you not, if I call him when it goes to voicemail, I'm like, yeah, I know. He doesn't have the time. No, it's all cool. Seriously. Because we both
no worries.
I think in rare cases we have talked for under 30 minutes, but that's a that's a rarity. But
when a news breaks, we have to make videos.
Yes, right. But Karg will be cool. We'll try to get as much as we can. Tomorrow on Evercast, definitely going to talk. I mean, we've all done videos on Pico 3.
Yep.
But we're definitely going to go ahead and talk about that.
That's right.
Who knows? We may talk more about the whole cathedral thing if there's there's some interest because
man. Well, and even if Ryan's in the chat, maybe he can chat it up with us virtually. Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. And we may go with the new firmware update for the VS. One thing I think is really neat, and maybe we'll talk about and show a link how they've organized that on their site. You can see all the different fixes and improvements for everything. Maybe we'll speculate on the next Indie Heroes and
nice. Yeah, very cool.
And everything else. But yeah, it'll be great.
Sweet deal. So make sure you check us out tomorrow over on the Evercade Effect for the Evercast, your weekly dose of Evercade goodness, which is going to be awesome. But before we leave, we have to do one more thing because it is imperative to thank the 5 members of the Good Times Club. Pete, the EverCanadian, thank you. We've got Chris Westerman, who's still in the house. Thank you. There he is. Right there. What's going on? Phantom Fiction as well. If you're here, thank you. George Games, thank you so much. And also, of course, Crimson Cross. Thank you so much for being members of the Good Times Club and for helping us become a better channel. Because as members of the Good Times Club, you are a member basically of the board of Bacon Ice Cream Productions, and you have direct influence and results from what comes out of this channel, as we also do things to not only bring you guys good times here, but also help great causes as well, such as, if he's also still here, the Atari Creep's awesome cause for the Walk Down Alzheimer's, which of course me and you, Chris, we still have to talk about this year's awesomeness. I saw your post. You're looking for those sponsors. I'm right there. I'm right there. And of course, also, we had to check those. We had to check that thermometer, that money raising thermometer there. I'm gonna push that up a little bit more, but we'll talk about that offline, sir.
Nice. So you're saying, Rich, those who are members have some influence, and if they were to send you a tweet or a DM or comment somewhere on your videos or social media, hey, I think this would be a cool idea for a video. That because they're a member, you'll take that more seriously.
100%.
It may happen. Okay.
Yes. Well, and on the once a month monthly video that is exclusive to Good Times Club's members, I actually literally treat it like a board meeting where I have an agenda and I talk about things that were old business and new business, and then put out things and ask people for their input, and then not only that, but then have a member exclusive poll based on the meeting's minutes where they can vote, and then that vote will directly result in things that will happen during that next month, that following month. So
That's awesome.
February's video happened. February's poll happened. There were 3 votes. So before the end of March, I will either do the preview video to launch in April, or the video will launch in March, which is very cool.
Nice. It looks like Chris is still on. Good, so he heard all that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hit me up.
The
The
boardroom.
boardroom, right? Yes, the bacon ice cream boardroom. That actually let's see, ideas already.
I'm
Very
just
cool.
curious, when you make that video, do you film it like at your office for the full effect? Like, we're in the boardroom.
Oh no, that would be cool. I should do that. I did the first one here actually in this video. But yeah, man, like virtual hugs, my friend,
Oh,
to
oh,
everybody
wow,
that's
yeah.
been affected by this. To Chris, to you, my friend, to everybody, man. Like, it's just, it's awful. It's awful. Like, it's just awful condition. But just as actually Chris was saying the other day, it's almost every week, man. It's almost every week, I feel so strongly about this because, you see a lot of places that do fundraising, and then there are great causes, but you never hear like results or stories or whatever. But with this particular one, it's like they're coming up with treatments. There's FDA approved things that are happening. There's, some other things that are coming up online with like counseling and early intervention and all that kind of stuff. This organization is really rocking it right now, and man, they really need their support. So, and if we can do anything, it is just to funnel that knowledge to those causes. And since Chris has been doing this for years and years and years and years, that is the way. Like, I just go, hey, you know what? Hit that link, share that link out, and make sure that we can get those things, the desperate things that they need, so they can do that. So, that's it. So, yeah, man. It's just like I said. I mean, it's there is the good and the bad of all of these things that happen, man. But it's just it's the things that we can do while we're in we have the power to do it, right? That are really going to make the difference. So, but with all that, I will thank everyone once again for hanging out with me and celebrating 300. Here's to another 300, 400, 500 more, right? We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep on rocking. Thanks again, my friend, for not only coming in the clutch and starting the show even without me, but also hanging in there and hanging out with me.
Anytime.
As always, man. It's
been a blast.
awesome. It's awesome. So we will see you guys tomorrow for the Evercast over on Edge channel. And until next time, we will catch you next time for some good times. I'm Rich. He's Ed. And we will see you later. Take it easy, guys.
RTFC.baconicecream.com